Hello everyone, I am Nishchita ND. I am presenting my topic Future Prospects of Venture Capital Financing. First, we need to know the venture capital. Introduction about venture capital. The venture capital industry in India has grown significantly in recent years. It plays an important role in promoting a more innovative economy by providing the investment and resources needed for high potential risky business to grow. Venture capital is associated with positive image of scientific research, innovation, successful technology companies and overall competitiveness of the economy. Famous success stories that are pride of the American economy such as Microsoft, Intel, DEC, Gadget or more recently Google and YouTube received venture capital investment in their early days. This is why in many countries and notably in US academic teams have undertaken studies to measure scientific impact of venture capital on company growth and valuation as well as an innovation. And venture capital associations have sponsored independent studies on the more general impact of venture capital on the global economy, especially on employment and GDP. Next, meaning of venture capital. Venture capital is a form of private equity and a type of financing that investors provide to startup companies and small business that are believed to have long-term growth potential. Venture capital is invest fund and financing that investors invest their fund to the startup business. Venture capital is money provided by professionals who invest alongside management in young, rapidly growing companies that have a potential to develop into significant economic contributors. Venture capital generally comes from well-off investors, investment banks, and any other financial institutions. For example, banks, investment companies, brokerage firms, insurance companies, etc. Venture capital is an important source of equity for startup companies. Professionally managed venture capital firms generally are private partnerships or closely corporation funded by private and public pension fund, endowment funds, foundations, corporation, wealthy individuals, foreign investors and venture capitalists themselves. Next, meaning of venture capital financing. Venture capital financing is a type of funding by venture capital. It is private equity capital that can be provided at the various stages of funding rounds, common funding and growth funding round. Common funding round is include early stage seed funding in high potential growth companies. Growth funding is provided in interest of generating a return on investment or ROI through an extended exit such as a merger and acquisition or initial public offering of the company. Venture capitalists generally finance new and rapidly growing companies, purchase equity securities, assist in development of new product or services, add value to the company through active participation, take higher risks with the expectation of higher rewards, have a long-term orientation. Next, future prospects of venture capital financing. First one, rehabilitation of sick units. The management of the unit's finance should be advised about their primary responsibility to inform the banks if they face problem which lead to sickness and restore the units to normal health. Banks in institutions will have to identify the units showing symptoms of sickness by effective monitoring and provide additional finance. Next one, assist small ancillary unit to upgrade their technologies. An ancillary unit is a unit which supplies not less than a 50% of productive to the parent unit. Third one, provide financial assistance to people coming out of the university, etc. Student financial aid is financial support given to the individuals who are coming out of universities. For example, a scholarship is an award which is provided to an individual as a form of financial aid for his or her future. Fourth one, venture capital finance can play a significant role in service sector including tourism, publishing, healthcare, etc. Vast potential in IT and software, but also in field of service industry, biotechnology, telecommunication, media and entertainment, medical and health services, and other technology based manufacturing and product development. Venture capital industry can play a significant role. The Indian software sector crossed the rupees 100 billion mark turnover during 1998. The sector grew 58% on a year-to-year basis and exports accounted for rupees 65.3 billion. Exports grew by 67% in rupee terms and 55% in US dollar terms. The strength of software professionals grew by 14% in 1997 and has crossed 1,60,000. The global software sector is expected to grow at 12% to 15% per annum for the next 5 to 7 years. Recently, there has also been greater visibility of Indian companies in the US. And next one, globally competitive development economy with existence of MNCs. In the global venture capital industry, investors and investing firms work together closely in an enabling environment that allows entrepreneurs to focus on value, creating ideas and allow venture capital to drive the industry through ownership of the lever of control in return of the provisions of capital, skills, information, and complementary resources. The very blend of risk financing and land holding of entrepreneurs by venture capitalists creates an involvement particularly suitable for knowledge and technology based enterprises. And next one, second largest English speaking scientific technical manpower in the world. In various developed and developing economies, venture capital has played a significant developed role. India has second largest English speaking scientific and technical manpower, cheap labor, its leadership in an slipping edge as other countries. Scientific technology and knowledge based ideas properly supported by venture capital can be propelled into a powerful engine of economic growth and wealth creating in a sustainable manner. Next one, vast pool of existing and ongoing scientific and technical research carried by a large number of research laboratories. India has a vast pool of scientific and technical research carried out in research laboratories, defense laboratories, as well as in universities and technical institutes. A considered environment including innovation facilities can help the great deal in identifying and acknowledging some of these research into commercial production. Initiative taken by the government of formulating policies to encourage investors and entrepreneurs. Venture capital policy development themes are interconnected, requiring a holistic ecosystem approach, a blueprint of successful small spherical economy. Venture capital development requires an initial phase of new venture demand stimulation and ensuring stability of policies to engineer venture capital development. Common policy theme of successful venture capital development are new venture stimulation, dedicated finance policy institutions, stable, internationally harmonized tax and regulations, business angel development, inward investment, international venture capital fund development, smooth pipeline of investment, effective investment, exist market. And next one, SEBI Securities and Exchange Board of India regulates venture capital from 13th April 2010. Any company or trust proposing to carry any activity as a venture capital fund on or after the commencement of these regulations shall make a application to the SEBI for grant of the certificate. These are the future prospects of venture capital financing. Thank you.